Hey, I'm Brandon Marvel. I'm here at JTech today. We're gonna do a Freightliner pre-delivery inspection on this Freightliner military D21 D120 frame. It's just a little beefed up on a for military use for all terrain type areas wherever the military uses. There's different kinds of inspections for different, or inspection sheets for different vehicles. Like this one over here, of course you'd use a different kind of inspection because this one's a military one. But I'm just gonna do mine on the military one today. There's operation check, cab exterior check, under the hood and cab inspection, chassis inspection, road test, and final preparation and procedure. Well, I'm gonna start off here with the door. There's you got your lubrication data right here. You got your shipping data M916A3 right here, and then you got your component data, that talks about your different serial numbers on the upper side of the door. Well, first things first, I'm gonna start with operation check. You wanna hop in the cab, make sure all your interior lights and everything is working. Now this is the school, so I think that the battery might be dead on this thing. Well, basically, I'm just going to go over and show you what to check for. You want to make sure that the engine, of course, will start, and it'll build up your air pressure. You want to make sure that all your air pressure, your brake, and your trailer air is all working. Now, this is not a stick shift. They transfer it into an automatic. So, you want to make sure all these components work. Your AC if it has AC, or your radio if it has radio. You want to make sure that all the gun rack stuff for this military truck. You want to make sure all the straps are there and make sure it's equipped for it. Make sure the power windows work. The mirrors, you want to make sure the mirrors, your windshield wipers, believe it or not, sometimes when a truck comes in my shop, the windshield wipers sometimes just need to be serviced. Just put some windshield wiper fluid in there. It might be empty. You'll be amazed on how many people come in and like, oh, I can't see out my truck because I got no windshield wiper. Get off and then put some windshield wiper in there, man. But make sure your lights work inside the cab, they turn on and whatnot, and your turn signals, your safety check stuff, and so on and so forth. Now, you want to look under the hood. You want to make sure that your oil filters, your power steering, your alternator is all, any loose cables, your starter. There's your starter. That's a huge starter, man. That is one big starter. You want to make sure all these bolts and nuts and clamps are all tight. Make sure there's no leaks in the head gasket. Make sure there's no leaks in the turbo. Make sure you want to make sure that there's the right coolant inside of it. You want to make sure that there's the right proper type of coolant inside of it. All the oil filters, you want to make sure the filters are all checked out. The air brakes, you want to make sure that the brakes are indeed intact and equipped fine, and are about 2 inches for DOT inspection. You want to make sure that the turbo, this is the side of the turbo, make sure there's no leaks. You want to make sure that there's no black spots on it where it has an exhaust leak. Your alternator, you want to make sure all these bolts and stuff are tight. You don't want any loose connections. Check the belts. Check the pulleys. Check the engine oil level, the transmission level. There's some more filter right there. You come to the back. You just also check to see if you got a cap on your gas tank. You never know. You just want to just go over the littlest things. And sometimes you can adjust these for easier transportation if you're towing the thing, or if you're something. You can adjust these clamps right here, and you can move this back and forth if you need be. If it's equipped with airlines, and check the airlines, make sure that you got no leaks in the airlines. You check your lights, make sure you got all your lights are working in the back, your reverse lights, your turn signals, your brake light, your headlights. If your fifth wheel, make sure it's got grease. Like I said, this is a school, so obviously this isn't used for military purposes right now. It's just for the school, and it's dry with grease. Obviously, if this was going out to a customer, you would want to grease that up. Check to see if the hydraulics work. Check to see if that spool right there with that cable is all good. Check your tire pressure. And get on, crawl underneath the truck. Check your check the drive line. Make sure that the drive line angles are good. Make sure that check the lube in the rear ends, the front end, the differentials. Check your tire pressure. The tire pressure it'll show on the tire, but you also want to go up here and check it out. And it says it's about 110, 120 psi. I'll just put 120 psi in it. You don't want a flat tire when you're going down the road or in the military. You definitely don't want to be stranded somewhere and have a flat tire, but you got a spare tire right there. Make sure your spare tire is aired up. Make sure that everything's all good and tight. When you go to drive it, make sure it's in line. Make sure it don't rear off to the left, don't rear off to the right. You want to make sure everything's good to go on it. So when the customer gets it back, they're happy. They don't come back and they don't complain to you about something's not working on their vehicle. Well, basically, I went through most of the. Check your I would check your steering, make sure that none of these need to be replaced, none of your ball joints. These are pretty big ball joints or sway bars. You want to make sure that your brakes, I think I mentioned your brakes already, make sure they're in 2 inches so that it goes in within DOT inspection. You can get pulled over on the side of the road, and these guys will screw you on it, man. They will get you, and they will make sure that everything that is on your truck is within spec and within the right service manufacturer specifications. That's all I got for you here today, fellas. Thank you for watching my video. I'm Brandon Marble once again. I'm here at JTech, and I hope you guys have a good day.